To the uninitiated, it looks like a bicycle. 2 wheels, a seat, handlebars. But to me, my custom Pinarello Dogma F is a surgical instrument. I am a 29-year-old amateur competitive cyclist. I train 15 hours a week. My bike isn't something I bought off the rack at a sporting goods store. I built it. It has a full Torreca carbon fiber frame that weighs less than a gallon of milk. It has Shimano Dura-Race Di2 electronic shifting, precise, instant, and incredibly expensive. It has carbon ceramic bearings and deep section aerodynamic wheels that cost $3,000 alone. Total build cost? $9,400. It hangs on a dedicated wall mount in my garage, locked. I treat it better than I treat my car. Enter my brother-in-law, Kevin, 32M. Kevin is heavy-handed. He's the guy who borrows your drill and returns it with a bent bit. He's the guy who spills beer on your rug and laughs about it. He came over last Saturday for a barbecue. Nice ride, Kevin grunted when he saw the bike on the wall while grabbing a beer from the garage fridge. Thanks, I said, instantly defensive. It's carbon fiber. Extremely fragile. Please don't touch it. Relax, bro, Kevin laughed. It's a bike. I had a Huffy when I was 12. I guided him out of the garage and made sure the door was closed. Around 4 p.m., I went inside to shower off the charcoal dust and sweat from grilling. I left the garage door unlocked because my dad was still out there cleaning up. That was my mistake. I was in the shower for 10 minutes. When I came out, towel around my waist, I heard a sound that didn't belong. It was the distinct, high-pitched work-lick of electronic shifters. My heart hammered against my ribs. I ran to the window that overlooks the driveway. There was Kevin. He was on my bike. He was wearing denim jeans with heavy rivets. He was wearing flip-flops. And he weighs about 240 pounds, which is pushing the weight limit of my ultralight climbing wheels. Kevin! I screamed, banging on the window. He didn't hear me. He was wobbling down the driveway, knees flared out, struggling to clip into pedals that require special cleats he wasn't wearing. He was mashing the delicate carbon shifters with his ham-fisted grip. Just going to the store, he yelled back at someone, presumably my sister, as he swerved dangerously onto the road. I didn't even put on clothes. I threw on shorts and ran out the front door, barefoot. Stop! I roared, but he was already halfway down the block. I watched in horror as he tried to hop the bike off a curb, a bike with zero suspension, designed for smooth tarmac. The sound of the carbon rim hitting the concrete curb was a sharp crack that echoed down the street. I started running. I knew, with a sick feeling in my stomach, that I wasn't running to catch him. I was running to pick up the pieces. I ran faster than I have ever run in my life. My bare feet slapped against the asphalt, stinging with every step, but I didn't care. Kevin was about 50 yards ahead. He was wobbling violently. The geometry of a race bike is aggressive. It forces you into a low, forward position. Kevin, used to upright beach cruisers, was leaning back, fighting the handlebars. He approached the corner store. Instead of slowing down, he tried to take the turn at speed. Slow down. I screamed. He didn't. He hit a patch of loose gravel near the gutter. Because he was wearing flip-flops, his foot slipped off the pedal. He lost his balance. He jerked the handlebars hard to the left to correct. The front wheel caught the curb. It happened in slow motion. The bike stopped instantly. Kevin continued forward, flying over the handlebars. But as he went, his heavy bootcut jeans caught the shifter lever, dragging the bike with him. They landed in a heap on the sidewalk. Crack. It wasn't a metallic clang. It was the dry, sickening sound of a tree branch snapping in a storm. It was the sound of carbon fiber structural failure. I reached the scene breathless, chest heaving. Kevin was groaning, untangling his legs from the frame. He stood up, dusting off his jeans. He had a small scrape on his elbow, but he looked fine. Whoa, Kevin chuckled, rubbing his arm. That thing is twitchy. You need to adjust the steering. Bro, it's too sensitive. I didn't look at him. I looked at the bike. It was lying on the concrete like a broken bird. The top tube, the main bar connecting the seat to the handlebars, was snapped completely in half. Jagged shards of black carbon fiber stuck out like splintered bone. The $3,000 front wheel was tuckoed, bent in half. The rear derailleur was sheared off, hanging by the electronic wire. You snapped it, I whispered. I felt lightheaded. You snapped the frame. Kevin looked down at the bike. He shrugged. Oh, that. He nudged the broken carbon with his flip-flop. Yeah, took a little tumble. My bad. Honestly, though, why do you buy plastic bikes? Metal is stronger. It's carbon fiber, I choked out. Kevin, this frame alone is $5,000. The wheels are $3,000. You just destroyed $9,000 of equipment. Kevin rolled his eyes. $9,000? Get real. It's a bicycle. I saw one at Walmart for $80. Stop trying to scam me just because I scratched your toy. Scratched? I yelled, pointing at the severed top tube. The bike is in 2 pieces. It is structural trash. It cannot be ridden ever again. Relax. Kevin snapped, stepping back. God, you're so dramatic. Just put some duct tape on it. Or that Gorilla Glue stuff. It'll be fine. It's just a tube. Duct tape. I stared at him. The sheer magnitude of his ignorance was suffocating. You want me to duct tape a high-performance racing machine? Why not? Kevin grabbed the handlebars and tried to lift the bike. The 2 halves of the frame flopped loosely, held together only by the brake cables. See? Just tape it tight. Good as new. Now, are you going to help me walk back, or are you going to keep crying over a little spill? Don't touch it, I snarled, pushing his hand away. Don't you dare touch it again. Fine, Kevin huffed. Be a jerk. I'm going to the store. I'm festy. He turned and walked into the convenience store, leaving me standing on the sidewalk with the corpse of my dream bike. He thought it was a joke. He thought I could tape it. I pulled out my phone. I took a picture of the bike. I took a picture of Kevin walking into the store. I wasn't going to tape it. I was going to take it to the most expensive bike shop in the city for a crash replacement quote. And Kevin was going to wish he had walked. I didn't carry the bike home. I called an Uber XL. I couldn't bear to walk it back. The next morning, I took the wreckage to Velocraft, the high-end shop where I bought the frame. The mechanics there know me. When I walked in carrying the 2 halves of my Pinarello, the shop went silent. Car accident, the head mechanic, Mike, asked solemnly. Brother-in-law, I corrected. Mike put the frame on the stand. He didn't even need tools to diagnose it. Top tube is severed. Down tube is stressed. The fork is cracked. The front wheel is a tucko. The rear derailleur hanger is ripped out of the dropout. He shook his head. It's a write-off. Carbon fiber isn't like steel. Once the integrity is compromised, it's dangerous. You can't ride this. I asked for a formal quote for insurance purposes. Pinarello Dogma F frame set, $6,500. Wheel set replacement, $3,000.
Durace di 2 rear derailleur, $850.
Labor, build $400. Total replacement cost, $10,750. Prices had gone up since I built it. The invoice. I didn't text Kevin. I sent him a PDF of the quote via email, CCing my sister. Subject, replacement cost for damaged property. Kevin, attached is the official assessment from the bike shop. The bike is totaled. Please remit $10,750 within 30 days. My phone rang 5 minutes later. It was my sister, Jessica. She was crying. Opie, what is this? She sobbed. $10,000? Are you trying to ruin us? Kevin stole my bike, I said calmly. He destroyed it. He told me to use duct tape. I'm just sending him the bill for the tape he requested, except the tape is a new bike. But it's just a bicycle, she yelled. We have a mortgage. We can't pay $10,000 for a toy. Then Kevin shouldn't have stolen a $10,000 toy, I said. I'm filing in court on Monday. The court case. I filed a civil lawsuit. Kevin didn't hire a lawyer. He represented himself. He showed up to court wearing a suit that didn't fit, looking smug. Your Honor, Kevin told the judge. This is ridiculous. It's a bike. I offered to buy him some tape. He's trying to extort me. I handed the judge the quote from Velocraft. I handed him the photos of the snapped frame. I handed him the receipts for every single part one bought 3 years ago. Sir, the judge said to Kevin. Do you know what carbon fiber is? It's plastic, Kevin scoffed. It is a composite material used in aerospace, the judge corrected. And once it snaps, it is garbage. You took a vehicle without permission, which is theft, by the way, and destroyed it. The plaintiff has provided expert testimony that the item is a total loss. The verdict: judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $10,750 plus court costs. Kevin's smugness evaporated. I don't have that money. I suggest you sell your truck, the judge said. The aftermath. They didn't sell the truck. I had to garnish Kevin's wages. It caused a huge fight in the family. My parents think I should have let it go, but they stopped talking when I asked if they would let it go if Kevin totaled their car. Jessica is still mad, but Kevin is terrified of me now. He won't even look at my garage when they visit, which is rare. I bought a new bike, a better one, and I installed a keypad lock on my garage door. Every time I go for a ride, I feel the wind in my face, the hum of the tires on the tarmac, and the sweet, silent satisfaction of knowing that my ride is paid for by the man who told me to use duct tape.